This is the gasoline water pump. So before we start it up, we've checked that there is enough oil in the base there. We use something called 15W40 oil, and that goes into that section there. We tilt the pump slightly on its side, and we pour some oil into that section. This water piping will be connected onto onto this section over here, and beneath that is a rubber seal that will go onto, that will be placed inside here, and then that will stop any leaks from the dam that we're going to draw water from. So the next thing is we put that seal on and we start to tighten on slowly to make sure that it's a nice fit. We angle a pipe to make sure that the pipe is equally on. It's not sitting at an angle, so that when we tighten the seal and this clamp onto the pump, it is a solid, no leak seal between the pump and the reservoir, which we are going to be drawing. Okay, the next step is we are going to open this cap. You can open there, Hendrik, please. And we are going to prime the pump with water. We're going to pour water into the system. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand over the outlet pipe, and we're now going to pour water into that system, and that is going to fill up this suction pump section over there, as well as any water in the pipe. So we're going to prime it. There should be about 5 buckets of water. When it is fully primed, no more water can be poured into this. Okay, we're almost at the end. I can feel it. Yep, perfect. Okay, now we screw on the pump. Go. When you tighten it, don't over tighten it. Just make sure it's a firm. Perfect. When we start, always follow the instructions on the side. We are using 93 fuel for this machine. The oil, the 15W40 oil is separate, so the fuel and the oil are different. We're not using a mixture. What we do here, we're going to do start the choke, and we're going to allow the fuel to run into the motor, and we're going to start up shortly. As you can see, there's a diagram here. This is the throttle. Pushing it further back towards the fuel container is to make it go a lot slower, to increase the drawer and pumping pressure to fast like a rabbit. You pull that more to this side, and that is high speed. So we're going to start off with a little bit slow and then work our way, getting faster. Over here is a button that shows on and off. We're going to turn it into the on position, and here we go. Choke. Takes a little bit of time for the water to build up. Okay, so turn it off. You hit the lever, red lever over there to off position, and then you come down here and you push that lever to make sure there's no more flow of petrol going into the engine, and that is done. Always ensure that when you have a high suction pump and high exporting water, this pump that we have is a Turners Morris FGP 30, and to ensure that you have maximum pull so that it doesn't damage the pump, we have this high compression water pipe sucking in with a filter at the end over there. That sucks water in, and then that joins onto the pump. So what I've done here to reduce the amount of water being sucked up out of, we've got a 1,000-litre tank we use for firefighting. What I've done here is I've put on an extra T-piece, and on that T-piece I've got a 240mm joins. So this one here will be used for firefighting, and this one over here will be pushing water from here back into the tank. So we're not using all the water and wasting the water. The amount of water that comes out of this system is 50,000 cubic liters an hour, and that is 50,000 liters. So we only have a 1,000 liter drum for firefighting. So that means almost 1 minute 1,000 liters disappears. So we need to make sure that when we do firefighting, we don't have to keep running up and down. So that is why we are pumping a portion of that amount of water back into the tank and running the motor on a much lower speed on the Portus position over there, so we don't go through as much water.